Hello and welcome to my video. I'm Amanda Matthews, a holistic fertility specialist. Every day I'm helping couples to reach their reproductive goals and maximize their fertility. Today I want to talk about the emotional side of trying to conceive. More specifically, the relationship that you have with your partner at this time. If your relationship with your partner is great, then you don't need to watch the rest of this video. But if you feel like you're lacking in a couple areas, or if you're curious how you can keep your relationship strong throughout this TTC journey, stay with me. It often happens that although our partners start out as awesome, and of course a necessary part of our reproductive journey, they become just necessary, and the awesomeness starts to fade away. You can look around your life and see the fingerprints of trying to conceive everywhere. You've got your lotions and potions, you've got your supplements, you might be on a special diet, you might be going to appointments. All your conversations might be based around what if we do, what if we don't, what's our next step, what's our next option, not to mention the financial stress of trying to conceive, especially if you're going through IVF, IUI, those kinds of things can really put a dent in your wallet. So this is a good opportunity to kind of check in and just see where you're at with your relationship and how you can improve your relationship, because you're going to be married for eternity. Hopefully, that's the plan. Whether or not kids come into the picture, you are planning on staying together. And even if kids do come into the picture, eventually those kids are going to move out, they're going to leave, they're going to go to college, and it's going to be you and your partner. So it's a good idea to try not to just destroy your entire relationship through this reproductive journey. I have a few tips for you to help you check in on that, and maybe this will be something that can help you become more empowered around your journey and help you strengthen your relationship with your partner. So the first step really is to be honest with yourself about where your relationship is at. I'm going to ask you a couple questions, and I want you to just be honest about answering them. You don't have to answer them to anyone else. You don't have to tell me anything, but just be honest to yourself. Write this in a journal. You can throw it away after. But just be honest about where your relationship is at and know what's true in your relationship, because your relationship is yours and yours alone. Okay? Question number 1. In the past 90 days, how much attention have you given your spouse? This isn't to make you wrong or to make you right. This is just some questions. Okay? Question 2. How much attention have you received? Question 3. When was the last conversation not about baby that you had, just about anything, just hanging out and just being with each other, that wasn't about trying to conceive, adopt, eggs, sperm, all those things? Can you remember the last conversation that you had? 4. What percentage of conversations that you have now are about your baby? Again, not making you wrong, because this is a team effort, but just shedding some light on the fact that you might be in a reproductive prison and you are not so much husband and wife, but more like cellmates. Okay? Question number 5. Has this journey brought you closer? I genuinely hope that it has. And if it hasn't, you're in the right place. Question number 6. Have more ultimatums and arguments come up? Which topics? Just notice. Don't make yourself right or wrong. Just notice which topics have come up, which ultimatums have come up. This is just something that you're noticing. Just be the observer. Number 7. Are the two of you on the same page when it comes to boundaries about sharing your journey? This is a tricky one. You don't need everyone in the world knowing that you can't conceive, that you're on a schedule, that you're charting, that you're trying, that you're on a special diet, that you're eating the special things, that you're taking these supplements. That's nobody's business but yours and your partner's. So it's a really good idea to talk about boundaries. And it's a hard conversation at first. And this is where your negative thoughts are probably coming in and saying, doesn't matter if I talk to him, nothing's going to change and it's just going to be an awkward conversation and nothing's going to come out of it. So I don't even just want to go through that awkward conversation anyways. But I promise you, if you set these boundaries with yourself and with him, he also, I'm sure, has needs that are not being met. So it's just a way to meet each other's needs. I feel like you've been talking too much about our reproductive struggles with your parents. Is there something I've been doing that is overstepping your boundaries and you feel like I'm not respecting something that you want me to be more aware of? This is about taking a stand for the foundation that your family is built on. You don't want to be trashing this foundation that you have trying to build your family, because when that baby does come, you want a good, strong foundation. That baby needs you to be in a good place. And it also is another journey. Once you actually reach your reproductive goal and you have that baby, you're on another journey altogether. So you really need to be strong when it comes to actually being pregnant, birthing the baby, the decisions that come with where you're going to birth, how you're going to birth, how you're going to raise them. Are you going to vaccinate? You're not going to vaccinate? Are they going to be vegan? Are they not going to be vegan? Whatever it is, it's a good idea to really strengthen the relationship first before you get into that journey, or be strengthening it every day, because like I said, at the end of the day, it's you and your spouse, and it really is nobody's business but yours. If both of your needs are being met, or if they're not being met, this is something that you can observe, not make each other wrong for, not have to be a knockout, drag-out fight, but just asking, are your needs being met? Because mine aren't. Or, I noticed how much you meet my needs. Is there something I can do for you? Because a lot of times it comes like across as though it's just the woman struggling so hard and it's the woman fighting and the man is just kind of hanging out doing his thing and offering his sperm whenever it's needed. But honestly, they're going through a lot too, and so it's good to just kind of check in with each other, put each other in each other's shoes, and see where you're at. At this point, after you've asked these questions and observed these things, you can just notice what you like about your relationship and what you don't. And then I want you to do something super powerful, which is choose to have it all. Choose to have a good relationship and have a positive fertility journey. Choose to be the person that stands for your family. Choose to be pregnant. Choose to be someone who's meeting your husband's needs. These are all good things to choose, because the more you choose things, the less you are a victim and the more you are empowered about where you are at and what you are doing. Choose your body. I choose my body. I choose my husband. I'm choosing this journey. I'm choosing everything I'm learning here. I'm choosing to allow all the things I'm learning on this fertility journey to help me be a better mom. I'm choosing to have all these things help me to be a better human. I'm choosing to help others on their journeys. I'm choosing to be a light in the darkness of infertility. Okay? And this is a lot. And it's not a post I usually do, but I feel like it's important and I wanted to share. So if you feel good about what you just watched and you answered those questions and you don't want to go any further, then you can turn this off. But if you want to go a little bit deeper into strengthening your relationship, I have an exercise that I'm going to go over. So keep watching and stay with me. And we're going to move on to how you are showing up in your relationship. So how do you show up every time the IVF fails, or every time that your period comes, or every time he doesn't take a supplement, or every time, whatever it is, how are you showing up in your relationship? Because it takes two giving 100% to create a relationship, and it's not just all his fault. It's not just all your body's fault. It's not just all your reproductive system's fault. You need to step up and show up as who you want to be in your relationship. Some ways that you can show up are by showing more gratitude to your partner, just giving him a little more honey time, showing up as someone who is standing for family, showing up as someone who's on his team. It's not you and your reproductive system against the world. It's your hubby and you standing for your family. Create a vision of how you want your relationship to be. A crystal clear vision. Really sit and give yourself some time and visualize how you want it to be, not only now, but after you conceive, after the babies start coming. Don't even let yourself go into the what if. Just look forward to, this is what I want now. This is what I want when the babies come. This is what I want when we're grandparents. This is what I want. This is what I'm visualizing crystal clear. Okay? And then this is the exercise here. I want you to take out a piece of paper and a pen and write down 10 action steps that you can do that will move you toward that vision. If it's something as small as hugging your hubby every morning, acknowledging him for small things he does, making him some celery juice, making him a smoothie, whatever it is, just to change the way that you show up in your relationship, to let him know that you're showing up and also that he is safe to show up. It's wonderful to have a strong relationship and a strong family, because this gives you a soft place to fall when you do fail. And failure is not a permanent state of being. It's just a road. It's just a pit stop on the journey. So looking at failure as, oh, we failed this month, or looking at it as, okay, this didn't work this month. Is there something I could do different? Or is there something that we could do different? Or is there something that I don't need to do? Maybe I'm doing too much. But either way, you have a safe place to land. You can land in your relationship. You can talk about it. You can be vulnerable about it. And that can help you to strengthen the relationship and move forward. I hope that this was helpful to you. If you have any more questions, comments, you just want to get some support from me, I would love to be supportive of you. I have a community on Facebook. I've got a community email list. If you are on that list, then I'm so happy to have you here. And if you know a friend or family member that would benefit from being on this list, I would love to include them. Let's start spreading some positivity about our reproductive systems and looking at our relationships a little differently and showing up a little differently. I'm Amanda Matthews. Thanks so much for watching this, and I will see you really soon.